Moreover, new ILO data on labor income for all workers, including for the self-employed, demonstrate that at the global level, income inequality is far greater than previously thought. So unemployment, poor quality jobs, work-related inequalities and exclusion will have profound and worrying implications for social cohesion. The Indian labour market scenario resonates with the ILO's WISO report as well. Here we estimate that 77% of India's workforce is in vulnerable employment, which is characterized by inadequate earnings, low productivity and difficult conditions of work that undermine workers' fundamental rights. Recently, the India Periodic Labour Force Survey data was released, and it confirmed a steady decline in female labour force participation rate, besides the thin presence of women in leadership roles. Further, we see the female labour force dominating low-paid informal economy sector, such as in agriculture, construction and domestic work. You gathered here as future professionals. Each one of you has the potential to act as change agent to address barriers and enable women participation and leadership in the workforce. For shaping our new world of work, the premises seem challenging. We need to be mindful of the rapid transformations currently taking place. These are unprecedented in pace, scope and effect, and are being driven by technological innovation, by demographic shifts, by climate change, by globalization, also its counter-reactions. The socio-economic analysts are rightfully asking questions about the uncertainty of the fourth industrial revolution. Whether it will eliminate more jobs than it will create, whether the existing skills of employees will remain relevant, what will it affect, how will it affect the social fabric, poverty, equality and peace? The technological advancements can change not only the production processes, but the very nature of work itself. The digital revolution is blurring the identity of the employee-employer relationship, as in the case of the gig or platform economy. The current models of social protection and employment rights do not seem to apply or be readily applicable to these jobs of the future. Looking at the critical nature of these changes, our current approaches may fall short in achieving our dream of decent work for all as desired in the Sustainable Development Goals laid out in the Global Agenda 2030 and its implementation at national level. Now, the ILO has undertaken an elaborate initiative around the future of work by holding national consultations and establishing a global commission on the future of work in 2017. This commission was led by the Prime Minister of Sweden and President of South Africa. It had 28 independent commissioners. Two of them came from India, Rima Nanavati and Didar Singh, both representing I would say large segments of the India workforce, one more from the unorganized sector, and women workers and rural economy, and that was Rima Nanavati, and also Didar Singh from the employer side. The recommendations by the Commission form the basis for the International Labour Organization's Centenary Declaration for the Future of Work. This one was adopted by the ILO constituents, representatives of governments, employers and workers, including those representing India. At the Centenary ILO conference last June. This conference was, of course, a bigger one than usual. It was attended by some 7,000 delegates and over 30 heads of states at the centenary conference in June last. The declaration calls above all for a human-centered approach to the future of work, an agenda that recognizes that human welfare, with no one left behind, should be the ultimate aim and objective of all public policies. The declaration essentially points to three critical areas of investment. Investing in people's capabilities, investing in the institutions of work, and investing in decent and sustainable work. Investing in the capabilities of people so they can benefit from the opportunities of a changing world of work. People need access to lifelong learning and quality education. We need to promote gender equality and opportunities and ensure measures are in place that support people through the different transitions that are taking place in the world of work. And these also include strengthening of social protection. Second, investing in the institutions of work to strengthen governance and service delivery for better outcomes in the labor markets and the world of work as a whole. In particular, ensuring adequate protection and fundamental rights for all, access to bargaining processes, provision of minimum wage, limitations of working time, and most importantly, safety and health at work. Third, investments in sustainable employment of the future. We need to promote sustained and inclusive economic growth, full and productive employment and decent work for all, which is further elaborated in SDG 8 and other goals. This embodies the ecological as well as the economic and social dimensions that have long figured in the ILO's agenda. This very much speaks to the enabling environment for sustainable enterprises. So governments, workers and employers have adopted this guiding framework for the new future of work we need to shape. And we will need to capitalize on the political support it generated. However, some questions will need specific answers. For example, how can we deliver lifelong learning in a growing informal work setting and gig economy and platforms? Will it be the responsibility of government or private sector or employees themselves? Will the countries or sectors be able to gauge the required shifts in skills? How are we going to make just transition to a carbon neutral, sustainable future and have it generate green jobs? These are some of the areas where we need innovative thinking and not just that, also immediate action. I do believe that academic institutions such as TIS will have a dynamic role to play in seeking innovative solutions for these issues. You have the capacity to shape the debates and knowledge around the world of work, and I really appreciate your active participation through organization of dialogues such as this one that we are here for today and tomorrow. You, the students here, would take up roles of managers, analysts, or researchers in the future. I wish to appeal to you that we need an out-of-the-box thinking and innovative approaches to address these challenges of the future of work. In our journey to shape the new world of work, the steering would be the human-centered approach, and remember that you are in the driver's seat. I wish to really congratulate you, the students, to have organized this conclave, and also I would like to thank the sponsors who actually make this possible. And I think this is a demonstration of the partnerships that we need to take this agenda forward together. So thank you for your patience and look forward to spend this day with you.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful keynote address. I would like to request Dr. Nandita Mundal, ma'am, to please come forward to give token of gratitude to ma'am. So we will take some questions for ma'am, if you have any. Any questions?